Guys, back by not popular demand, because usually these contestants are not happy with me after the round is over.
Generally.
Minute to win it, 10 questions, 1 minute, trying to get as many right as you can. Let me just introduce the players. Director Kiera, Paula Mason, Tom Turton, Tom Schmidt, and Photog Tim. Is that your new name? Photog
sure.
Tim?
Cucamonga Jack sometimes.
Okay. Here's the thing, guys. We're going to do one at a time. I
Sally
honestly
Jones.
believe these are easier than normal. However, once the timer goes on, I know sometimes the brain cells go away because it's the pressure.
Yeah.
It's the pressure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're going to start with Tom Turton. If everybody else can go to the isolation garage, please.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't kill anybody.
I won't.
Owen, make sure there's no earpieces in them. Make sure. Okay. There we go. Oh, you know what? For a close-up camera, Tom, let's just switch places. You come over here because that will be better for you. There we go. Sorry. Look at that. On the fly.
And we didn't even have a choreographer
Yes.
on stage.
Tom, quick question, though.
What?
Do you remember, last time we played this, did you win? Were you the winner last time?
No, I was second. Is that one right?
That time has not started.
No, Jake was the one.
Oh, Jake won. I'm
Yes.
surprised he's not playing today.
He's taking mercy.
Is Jake actually listening, though? Because I'm curious if he can just kind of play along with us upstairs and see how many of these 10 he gets right. Okay, Jake, just see on this first round, take note of yours. I'm always curious to see how Jake does. Okay.
Jake, whisper in my earpiece what the
Jake,
answers
don't
are.
you dare. Don't.
Oh, I have to take it out? Okay, I'll take it out. Oh.
Yes, there we go. Okay, can we have 1 minute on the clock? Your time will start after the first question.
All right.
What is the only letter that does not appear in any U.S. state name?
Q.
Yes. Who is featured on the American dollar coin?
Susan B. Anthony.
No. What?
Pocahontas.
No. Close, though.
Sacagawea.
Yes.
Yes.
What were Dorothy's ruby red slippers in the original book by Frank L. Baum? What color?
Emerald green.
No.
And I don't.
What is the name of the major fault line that causes earthquakes in Los Angeles?
San Andreas.
Yes. What is the oldest college in the U.S.?
Harvard.
Yes. What is the best-selling book of all time?
The Bible.
Yes. In which state did Britney Spears grow up?
California.
No. Which country commissioned the Statue of Liberty as a gift?
France.
Yes. Which musician holds the record for the most Grammy wins of all time?
Barbara Streisand.
No. How many keys does a piano have?
88.
Yes. What were the color of Dorothy's slippers in the Frank Baum book?
Red.
No. Which state did Britney Spears grow up? Oh, time's up. How many was that? 7, Tom.
7.
Good job, my friend. Good job.
I have no idea what this. Okay, that makes sense.
Now, if you paid
I'm gonna
attention
leave.
in Wicked, you would know, Tom. Okay, sorry.
You're
Oh.
right. You're right.
I'm just
I
Okay,
didn't pay
Tim,
attention.
if you could have you stand over there. Photog Tim is here. He's ready to go.
Jack. I got the hat on.
Look at you. You're prepared.
I'm prepared.
Now, you have quite the brain on you.
Teachers have been saying that all my life. They just wanted me to use it.
And today you will.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Time starts after I read the first question.
Okay.
I'll try not to stutter as much as I did with Tom. I apologize, Tom. What is the only letter that does not appear in any U.S. state name?
Oh, gosh.
Only letter.
Off the top, I just want to go with Z.
No.
But it's not.
Who is featured on the American dollar coin?
American dollar.
The coin, the dollar coin, yes.
Franklin.
No. What color were Dorothy's ruby red slippers in the original book by Frank L. Baum?
Blue.
No. What is the name of the major fault line that causes earthquakes in Los Angeles?
Andreas.
Yes, I'll give you that. What is the oldest college in the U.S.?
Harvard.
Yes. What is the best-selling book of all time?
Holy Bible.
Yes. What state did Britney Spears grow up?
Louisiana.
Yes. What country commissioned the Statue of Liberty?
France.
Yes. Which musician holds the record for the most Grammy wins of all time?
Musician. Grammy wins of all time.
And that's time. Have 5. 5, not bad.
No, I was
you took
terrible,
a little
terrible.
too long on some of those questions.
Yeah.
Ate away your time.
Okay.
I'm very sorry about that.
I'm
a
gonna go
seat.
punish myself.
Okay, I'm so sorry. All right, who do we have next? Oh, Director Kira. I'm so excited about this one, Kira. It's been a while. Back in front of the camera, I think you can take this one. Just clear your brain. Just let it go. As Frozen said, let it go. Okay. So far, Tom Turton is winning with 7.
Okay.
Okay, so 7 is the number to beat. Your time will start after I read the first question. What is the only letter that does not appear in any U.S. state name?
Pass.
Okay, who is featured on the American dollar coin, the U.S. coin?
Oh, the dollar coin?
Yes.
Oh, pass.
Okay, what color were Dorothy's ruby red slippers in the book Wizard of
Silver.
Oz? Yes. What is the name of the major fault line that causes earthquakes in Los Angeles?
Pass.
Okay, what is the oldest college in the U.S.?
Harvard?
Yes. What is the best-selling book of all time?
To Kill a Mockingbird?
No. What state did Britney Spears grow up?
I don't know.
What country commissioned the Statue of Liberty as a gift to the U.S.?
France.
Yes. Which musician holds the record for most Grammy wins of all time?
Beyonce?
Yes. How many keys does a piano have?
I don't know.
Who is featured on the U.S. dollar coin? What is the major fault line that causes earthquakes in Los Angeles? Okay. 4. 4. Kira, you're worthy. You did a great job.
We tried.
Do we have time for another one, or should we go to commercial? Okay, hey guys, when we come back, we have 2 more people, and then we're gonna reveal how producer Jake did upstairs if he actually would have won had he played. We'll be back, don't go anywhere.